Welcome back to Llandough in South Wales for the FAB Racing British Minibikes Championship. It's the Minimoto Pro class up next, and the man joining me, Johnny Garness. You may remember, if you were with us last year at Rowra at the final round, he came into the final round basically battling with Ross Maguire for the championship win. But the night before the race, what did you do?
I was messing up. Well, we made a like a soft play with the crash barriers, and me and my mates were messing about on there, and then we were playing, and I jumped off it, and then I broke my arm.
So you broke your arm. So the big showdown that we thought we were going to get last year, we never got, unfortunately. But you're coming into the championship this year. You're still in Minimoto Pro. Now, you'll still be one of the favourites to win the championship. You don't look like you've grown a lot during the winter, so you've not put a lot of weight on. So you're confident this year that you can go the whole season and take this championship down this year?
Yeah, I'm actually quite happy that I'm small, because I don't actually want to be big, because like my dad says, like all Marquez and all the other riders, they're all tiny.
Yeah.
And yeah.
That is true. And a little birdie tells me you've been treated in the off-season to a new liquid cooled elite bike. So you're going to be doing the Minimoto Elite class, the liquid cooled class. How's that been going? How's testing been going on that bike?
Yeah, M4 gave me that bike, and it's really good, but it's had a few problems. I'll probably be doing some metric at practice, and maybe a little bit of some metric at races.
Okay, and how old are you now?
I'm 9, I'm turning 10 in July.
Okay, well, congratulations on your performances last year. I know you came up a little bit short in the end because you broke your arm at the last round, but you certainly will be one to watch, and I know from around the world you've got a lot of fans around the world, Indonesia, India, and in the United States as well. So I know they'll all be looking on, so good luck for this year.
Thank you.
Minimoto Pro next then. Let's have a quick look at the rider lineup, and it is as follows. In grid position order, Mason Foster goes off pole, riding the 88 bike, is 8 years of age from Norfolk. The pre-season championship favourite Johnny Garness goes off P2, 9 years of age from Ilfracombe. Sullivan Mountsie rides a 44, 10 years old from a little town called London. Troy Jeffrey, 9 years of age from Scotland, rides the 21 bike. The 19 bike is ridden by James Rose Jr. going off 5, off 6. It's Luca Hopkins on the 41 machine, the 9-year-old from York. Then comes Charlie Tilley riding the 95, 10 years of age. He's from Cornwall. Going off P8, Clayton Edmonds rides the 146. He's 8 years of age from Uxbridge. Orlando Phillips sporting the new Old English sheepdog hairstyle this season. Kyle Payne comes next. He's running the 25 bike, the 10-year-old from Thatcham. Going off P11, it's Harrison Desoy. Can he destroy the opposition this year? Alessandro Valenti goes off P12. He rides the 82. Going off P13, it's Ron Chopper Harris running the 66 machine, 10-year-old from Oxfordshire. Harrison McKay rides the 61, 9 years of age from Lincoln. Alfie Davidson is 9 from Leyland in Lancashire, he rides the 8 bike. Off P16, it's Preston Ward riding the 71 machine. Ethan Sparks comes next. He rides 62. He's 7 years of age from Maidstone in Kent. Ben Jolliffe on the 125. He's 10 years of age from Portland. Jamie Woodcock, a big player last year, but he's one of the older riders and will have a weight disadvantage this year. Jayda goes off P20. She's 11 years of age from Ipswich, and rounding out the grid off P21. Out of position, Keaton Payne rides the 12 bike. The 88 bike, Mason Foster on the front row carries the onboard camera. Here's Jake Sanson.
One non-starter in Taylor Stewart Campbell, but hopefully he'll be back tomorrow. But we're racing straight away. A cracking start from Mason Foster. Johnny Garness and Sullivan Mountsie giving chase immediately, but Johnny Garness has leapt forward past Foster and has broken into the lead immediately. So the 57 bike has got through. We're back on board with Mason Foster as they work their way through the double left apex up towards McQuirters. Tight through, then back on the power. This is a great camera shot as we watch through Lancaster Curve and up towards Chandler's, but already Garness is trying to stretch out a lead and has got company down the back straight.
Front three are well clear. Garnes, Foster, that's Mountsie. Tilly comes next, then James Rose Jr.
Jeffrey sixth, Hopkins, Phillips, Desoy, Payne, Clayton Edmonds, then it's Harris, Sparks, Valent, that's McKay, Ward, Joliffe and Woodcock down the hanger straight, and immediately Foster is putting the pressure on Garnes. Mountsie going with them. This is Rose Jr. trying to have a look on the inside of Tilly, doesn't quite have the gusto to go up the inside there. The thing is, you don't want to bin it on the first lap with an ambitious move. It's a long race, they've got to work hard and they've got to be very, very careful how they work their rhythm up. Once they get confident on the bike in these conditions, then they can start to go for those moves. That looked like Ethan Sparks trying to go around the outside of turn one on Harrison McKay. Back on board with Foster as he chases down Garnes.
Onto Lancaster Curve. Johnny Garnes arguably could have won this championship last year, went to the final round. If you heard our earlier interview, in contention, shall we say. And there's more of a story to that. He broke his arm playing around in the paddock the night before, so we never got the showdown. But what it doesn't tell you, he's come from Ilfracombe in Devon, went all the way up to Rowrah the weekend before. That's a 10-hour drive there, 10-hour drive back to practice to make sure he's going to be on the pace that weekend. And then the following weekend, the weekend of the final round, there he is, Johnny Garnes, that's Mason Foster. Johnny Garnes again travelled the 10 hours there and then had to phone his mum on, I think his dad probably phoned his mum to say he's been messing around in the paddock and he's broken his arm. I don't think his dad was best pleased, but his mum had to make the trip from Devon to Rowrah. She is a nurse, I think, so was concerned, just make sure that the arm was set correctly, which obviously it has been, because as we can see, it's not affected his performance. So broken arm, he's recovered now, and he's back on it. That's Sullivan Mountsie in third place. That's Tilly. We've lost James Rose Jr., Jake.
Yeah, where has Rose Jr. gone?
That's
He's dropped back.
That's Luca Hopkins. So Hopkins come through. Not sure what's happened to James Rose Jr. out of shot of the cameras.
I think Rose Jr. has fallen off somewhere or has parked up with a problem. Not entirely sure what it is, but the rest of the field filters their way through. We look back to Rose Jr. He's definitely disappeared. But yes, Johnny Garnes out in front. I think the lesson learned there is do not muck about on a race weekend, because you never know what's going to happen. You could end up costing yourself a championship.
Yeah, which arguably he did last year. He would have had a weight advantage over Ross Maguire at Rowrah, although that was Ross Maguire country, Rowrah, and it was Ross that won this championship last year, of course. He's moved on to another championship this year. We'll see him later in the season, I'm sure, at the FAB series.
Nice little battle. That's Desoy going up the inside of Orlando Phillips there. So Phillips trying to come back into McWhirters. He had to bail out of that one. You saw him on the brakes, getting a little bit hesitant. Can I make this? Can I make this? No, I can't. No, I'm going to back out of it. That was very, very brave indeed to make the effort to try. Great battles in the mid-pack this, isn't it? As they all jostle for position. They want to get their season off to as positive a start as they can. And in order to do that, they need to come out fighting early on. They've got to be very, very indicative of what they're going to prove over the course of 2018. They've got to be decisive in their moves, back to the front, and still Foster putting pressure on Johnny Garnes. Garnes working his way through the traffic as well as he possibly can. We're back on board. This is what it's like to lap a tail ender through Lancaster Curve. An amazing experience through Chandler's. An exhilarating twist of the throttle as they come down the back straight, up towards the Dell. A quick right, tight left, back on the power through the right on the exit, and then down the hanger straight. Really exciting stuff from the FAB Minimoto Pros as they come down towards that last tight turn, the hairpin, the end of the lap. And it looks to me as though Johnny Garnes may just have enough in his pocket here.
Yeah, Mason Foster's got to be frustrated. Just can't seem to get this gap closed down. He may have a bit of an issue with the bike. He may have the tyres going off, as we see the leader sweep past the back marker. Foster goes past as well, but doesn't close the gap.
Hopkins and Payne fighting over 5th position behind Mountsie and Tilly. Then we've got Desoy, Phillips, Harris, Edmonds. I think I can make out Sparks and Davidson in there. There's a bit of a battle going on behind this queue of riders as well. I just want to kind of pick them out. But there is Desoy, Phillips, Harris, Clayton Edmonds, Sparks and Davidson. That's Rose Jr. Now that is Rose Jr. just in front of Harrison McKay. So it looks to me as though Rose Jr. must have come off somewhere and got back on the bike. He's trying to fight his way back up the order, and he is charging after these guys.
Yeah, he was right up there with the leaders early on, but obviously he's had some sort of issue out of shot of the cameras. You see the bikes in the mid-pack sweep through McWhirters out onto Lancaster Curve. Great overall shot of the circuit from the drone. Pick out your favourite riders. Here are... That's the battle for 5th and 6th, Jay.
Yeah,
that's Hopkins.
Hopkins versus Payne as they come down the back straight. Then we should get the Desoy, Phillips, Harris, Edmonds, Sparks, Davidson melee.
That's it.
And there is Rose Jr. starting to drop McCain out, so it's going to be a 7-bike train now. As on the inside, that's the 27. Phillips just defending to the inside line. No chance of Ron Harris getting through there, but on the exit, he's got good throttle power to come over the line into the sweepers for the chicane as well. This is going to be tricky as the train continues to cavalcade its way through the left, through the right, down towards the sweeping midfield section. But James Rose Jr.'s lap times, fair play to him. He's lapping in the same sort of pace as the Tilley and Hopkins brigade. We're into the last lap. He's going to make up some big time if he keeps this up, James Rose Jr.
Foster just can't get close enough to the leader, and the leader's away through the traffic now. So it should be Johnny Garness who takes the win here. We're on board here with Foster. That's Garness in front. Here's that battle in the midfield.
Look at James Rose Jr. has picked off 1 or 2 of them already. He's going to pick off 2 more. How about that? Rose Jr. just going for broke. And he's made up about 2 or 3 positions in that one fell swoop. And he's got a lap and a half to go. Rose Jr. could get to the front of this queue.
Here's the battle for the lead, though. Cracking racing all the way through the field here in the Minimoto Pro class to kick off the season. Looks like Garness.
There he goes again. He's picked up another one as they continue on. This is brilliant riding in the final lap, but here are the 2 out front. Garness is going to pick up where he left off in 2017, a championship contender, and he wins the first race of the season. Mason Foster in second place, giving him pressure all the way. Fair play to him. Mounsey is going to come through for 3rd position on the 44 bike. Where is he? Here he comes through. So it's going to be a few seconds further back, but he is there. And then Charlie Tilley will hang on for 4th position. And we're getting a bit of a tight battle. So Mounsey's come through for 3rd. Where's Tilley? Oh, there's Tilley. Now he's lapping one of the tail enders, but where is the Hopkins-Payne battle in relation to James Rose Jr., because he's catching up very close. Now those 2 are going to come across the line. That's Hopkins and Payne, and we've just heard Rose Jr. has got himself up the order up into 7th position. He has got to the front of the queue. What a comeback ride from Rose Jr. He beats Desoy, Harris, Sparks and Edmonds over the line.
Johnny Garness it is then that takes this one from Mason Foster, Sullivan Mounsey rounding out the podium, Charlie Tilley and Luca Hopkins in 4th and 5th respectively. Now in race 2, Mason Foster would take the win. In race 3, Troy Jeffrey, but Mason Foster DNF'd in race 3, Troy Jeffrey DNF'd in race 1, Johnny Garness DNF'd in race 3, so a crazy weekend of results means that Sullivan Mounsey's consistency with 2/3 and a 2nd have given him the 7-point championship lead going to round 2. Consistency wins championships. Join us in part 3 for Minimoto Elite. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to click the bell alongside the subscribe button, which will give you a notification every time we upload new content. Thanks for watching.